shit. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Sideline Summit. I'm Antonio Perez, joined as always by Daniel Coale, DC, UPenn's finest, Chris Coulter, CB Culture Boy. We got another great episode for you guys today. We will be talking about the NFC South, Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints. Of course, this is one of the, I think, more interesting divisions in the NFL this year, with everyone's kind of in a different area. Obviously, with the Bucks are really competing. The Falcons sort of on their heels. Panthers looking to take a leap, and the Saints facing probably one of their darkest seasons in a long time in terms of competitiveness. But we'll talk about all that and more. Of course, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Audio listeners, make sure you leave a like, 5-star review, download the episode, all that good stuff. But let's turn it to Danny for Summits and Plummets today.
Yeah, Summit gonna be really quick and easy. Up in Boston last weekend, had the best bakery in the country. Bold claim, yep. I know, but Toe knows all about it. He was fantasizing and salivating from the picture.
He said, "Don't get me salivating and fantasizing."
So
Stephen A. Gooning.
Bova's Bakery in North End of Boston, one of one. Chris, I don't know if you go to Boston, you gotta try it. A little Italian shop. Looks like it hasn't been updated since the 1970s. So good.
I sure got that whatever it was that I said in the chat that it was like maybe a year ago, and I think Tone had like a Boston cream or something like that, the donut or something like that.
Yeah, that was a couple months ago. That was
place,
March. Yeah,
same place. Yeah,
I remember that.
That joint was tough.
Yeah. So beautiful. And then we've been kicking off our marathon training, so can't really complain. Got 5 miles to do today. We can do it. So double summit this time. If you actually, that could be a summit or a plummet, because the fact that some people might consider 5 miles a plummet.
That is a plummet, but for you, it's a
people, I'm sure. Probably 70% of the world.
Most people, no, probably 90% of the world.
Yeah, that number is up there. Well, no, it could be 85. It could be 10% runners and 5% masochists. So, well,
let him cook.
Some or both, but
oh wait, my plummet is the let her cook agenda. They did not think that through enough.
Let her cook.
The Gatorade, let her cook. They did not think that through enough.
I didn't even see that, but that doesn't sound too
Who
good.
was it?
That paired with the American Eagle ad. Yeah,
apparently they did there was a Gatorade WNBA let her cook ad.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Maybe I'm missing it. Is that bad?
It's like, people love to say like women should stick to cooking or go make these
I'm thinking about Gorilla's song "Let Her Cook." I'm thinking like I thought that'd be great to have that together. I'm pretty sure that was the background song too. It just has to be if that is it. That's
I mean, most likely. I haven't seen it, but that hasn't.
Yeah, look. The concept is good because they say let him cook, but like at the same time, let him cook is kind of corny. So
yeah, I feel.
I've associated let him cook. Let him cook is like Russ. Let Russ cook.
They said let Russ be Russ. That's like saying.
Chill. We can't even say that on here.
Let me not. Let's go to Chris though for Summits and Plummets.
Summit. What is it? I have a couple. Let me think of one. Oh, I've been seeing more and more of this. More girls are starting to get Kobe PEs. And I think that is so fire. Like they're getting like their own, kind of like how Caitlin has her own, that blue one, which AJ did do his media day in that one for BYU. AJ Devontae, if you're into college basketball lore, he did have the CCs on. But I seen Enrique's. Enrique has probably the nicest PE I've seen for a girl in a long time. They're like pink, like gray. It's like 4 different pinks. It's really, really nice. I think this is dope because I feel like that's going to get people more excited to buy the PE of the girl. And then you, at some point, will have to find out about them. So it's just about growing the game. So I think that's really cool. So I give that as my summit. Plummet. I played really ass yesterday in my game. Really ass. And I only missed 3 shots. And I still feel like I played really bad.
And I missed 3 shots, and that's the best game I could play.
Dude, and it's crazy because I missed my first 2 shots, made my next 4, and missed the last one I shot. So it seems like a decent game overall. No, I did not play well. And we lost by 17. So double L. L me, L team.
Well, we box score watch around here, so good game, I say.
Yeah, and I hit the PRA. So my friends, my group chat was like, is Chris going over 24.5 PRA? I'm like, bro, that's so light. I can get 25 points. And I smashed it. I had 18, 6, and 6.
They're saying you're a Swiss Army knife. You're saying shades of LeBron, shades of like
Jason,
how 2K. It'll be like ceiling LeBron Hall of Fame, floor, Ben Simmons.
Or it'll be when you're making your player in the builder, it'll say LeBron James, Jason Tatum, Chris Webber, or it'll be like some random dudes in third, like 2 dudes, like, all right, cool, and it'll be Antonio Daniels. Like, what?
It'd be like Kevin Durant, and then it'll be like Jason Tatum, and then she will say Michael Porter.
Yeah, or it'll be even worse. It'll say two-way stretch big, and it'll start with Cam Johnson. I'm like, well, Cam Johnson's 6'7", so stretch big is kind of out of pocket already. Then it'll say Chet, and then it'll say like Troy Murphy. Bro, what is this builder?
And Jeremy Grant probably right in there.
Yeah, worst contract in NBA history, by the way. The Trailblazers need to be stoned.
Yeah, but Dame's probably the most W mans of all time for that.
Yeah, elite.
Said he's gonna stick around, pay my guy. He's gonna help me win a chip.
I'm out of here, bro. Free me.
And I came back
and got a raise.
Came back, got a raise, mind you. He got a way above veteran min contract.
Yeah.
With a torn Achilles, he's not even gonna play this year. Before Russ even got a deal. This is brutal, man.
And Chris Paul. Before Chris Paul got a deal too. I mean, Chris Paul has a deal now, but before him too.
Yeah, low key. Russ probably hasn't signed because he's like, weighing his options. Like I'm sure teams want Russell Westbrook. So
I think he might be weighing to retire low key. Like that's the thing that's scaring me.
No, that's crazy.
He might be.
I think he might be weighing retirement. You know what?
Do you think he wants to run it back with the Lakers one more time? Retirement tour.
The Lakers want that. Free him from that because I don't want the fans to kill him like that. He should go to Indiana.
Play up. We should go. Not Philly, bro. Philly.
Hell no. Y'all don't need more guards. It's over.
Yeah, you have to get a forward or center now. No more
on any guards on the market. Over.
Russ playing forward. Russ playing wing. He can't shoot that either.
He can play the 4. PJ Tucker played the 4. I'll put Russell Westbrook there.
Look. Russ can play the 4 if he really needs to.
I'll do it.
Okay. I'll be the first to do it. You guys are going to get manhandled and eaten alive if he plays the 4.
It's okay.
Sign him and Ben Simmons on the way. Ultimate pace the floor team.
Yeah, I would say you absolutely hate it when Embiid's out there shooting threes. He's not going to be able to get a paint touch because no one's guarding those guys. He's going to face a real triple team.
Imagine Russ and Ben shooting threes.
Ben Simmons summer workouts translating to the regular season. One of my favorite concepts.
Top 3 players of all time.
Yo, while we're on the topic of basketball, I saw a cinematic first 3 minutes of the 1998 NBA Finals. They said these hoops were genuinely ass.
Yeah, bro. It's just like a nostalgia kink or something, dude. I don't know. Bro,
you can't look at those hoops and tell me that Jordan is better than LeBron. I'm sorry.
I was around for 98, bro. I was only 5, but I was around, bro. I'm telling you. Hoops didn't really get fun to watch till like early 2000, like 2001. I would probably 2000.
AI
that season 2001. That was when it became fun. When everybody was like, every team had at least one guy. Like you had your Vince Carter in Toronto, you had AI in Philly. You still like every team had at least a guy. That was probably why I feel like it became decent to watch. Personally,
yeah. Fair enough.
Eric Gordon was once upon a time the guy on a team, and then he got traded.
He was nice.
He was, but he was probably the worst guy in the league.
Yeah, he was. But also, I want to let y'all know that post I shared today about Derrick Rose being the AAU legend. Guess who his backcourt mate was?
Eric Gordon.
Yes.
So those two were on the same AAU team.
Bro, Demon. And first of all, Eric Gordon's from Indiana, so he could have played, but he could have played for Mike Conley and Greg Oden's, that same AAU program. They're pretty big too. But he played with D Rose, and D Rose and Eric Gordon. I think I was telling you about that game that time we were talking. They played Tyreek Evans together. It was both of them against Tyreek Evans, and Tyreek Evans won. I do want people to know that. That did happen.
Chester, baby. Hell yeah.
Elite.
Come on, man. They produce hoopers. Speaking of which, Rondé Hollis Jefferson was on Twitter asking for a job, and I'm like, I'm sure he should be able to crack a 15-man roster on one of the 30 teams in the NBA.
Yeah, bro, he can 100%. I could think of 3 teams right now. The Suns can use Ronnie Hollis Jefferson today. They need a forward. They can use him today. I know for a fact.
Yeah, like he can guard. Like, look, he can't shoot to save his life, but he can guard. I mean, good locker room guy. He's super funny. He was on the 2019 Nets. He's in that iconic Cardi video.
Yes, really. Exactly. He's the one doing. He was jumping.
Yes, that run by him. I was like, oh, my man's gonna be in the league for such a long time. But
he turned into European Kobe.
Yeah, they was like, yo, who's this lefty Kobe? It's Ronnie Hollis Jefferson.
He was shooting so many fadeaways. I've never seen him shoot that many fadeaways in his career. He shot like 70 in that one little.
That's how Yabu was moving in the Olympics.
He was tweaking. He was.
Well, get my summits and plummets out of the way. It's literally the same thing. Summit. I started doing like a mile every day just to do something hard. The plummet, I started doing a mile every day to do something hard. Depends how you look at it. After, it feels great, but during it, it sucks and it's hot outside. Just not fun. But I did order some running shoes and they should be here tomorrow, so I'm pretty stoked about those. Not gonna lie. But will I be doing those 5+ mile runs like the devil worshiper on this panel? Probably not. Just looking to challenge
tonight. You're coming tonight, and that's for sure.
I will not be there. I will not be there. No shot.
I'm not gonna be here.
I'm not gonna be here. Yeah,
Yo,
no.
I saw this guy. He does a mile every single morning. He's done it like 5 years straight. I'm inspired to do it.
A mile every single morning.
Chris, he broke his foot and he was crutching a mile.
I mean, it didn't specify if he had to run it or not. So
he's a demon.
That's pretty tough. But let's get into this. Let's dive into the NFC South. Let's start off with what could potentially be the worst team in the NFL next year. The New Orleans Saints. They recently just had Tyrann Mathieu retire. They did acquire Kellen Moore as their new head coach. Quarterback room is questionable, to say the least. The worst of the three. The only quarterback room that you can say for sure is worse than the Browns right now. Other offseason moves, though, Brandon Cooks came home, which is pretty cool, but definitely not like a big mover. Jawan Johnson, 3-year deal.
They might be more unk.
They're very unk because Cam Jordan.
He really washed.
Yeah, he's washed. Chase Young got a 3-year deal. Don't know what he did to deserve that, but
shout my boy Chase Young. That's my guy.
Out, bro. Get that bag, man. Get that bag. But nothing really crazy. I mean, Justin Reed on a 3-year deal. I think that's decent. I think that's a decent move for them for sure.
He's a bag chaser. I'm not gonna lie.
And then, but they don't know that Demon Jack Stoll is coming down there to get his first 1K season. But let's talk about the Saints. Obviously, their win line's very low. It's only a 5.5, and I'm actually going to go under on that. More so, what I'm looking for this team this year is how is Kellen Moore going to look in his first time as a head coach? Because there were times where people even questioned him as a coordinator up until last year. Just looking at how is he going to go about leading men, calling an offense with a pretty lackluster amount of weapons. I would say Alvin Kamara still has juice. Still has a little bit of juice. Chris Olave is really good when he's not, or when he's on the field, he's really good. And just how he handles this quarterback situation, more so the next offseason. Because right now it's between Jake Haener, Tyler Shugg, and Spencer Rattler. Rattler got a little bit of time last year. Wasn't great, but he wasn't working with much. Shugg is a second-round pick, and Jake Haener's kind of that third guy trailing back. So, if one of these guys happens to show flashes, how does Kellen Moore want to go about that? Does he want to spend another full offseason with one of these guys in hopes that they'll pick up the offense properly? Or is he like, you know what? I need to get someone talented. I need to get an Arch Manning. I need to get a Lenore Sellers. I need to get a Drew Aller, something like that. And someone who's going to fly up the charts for sure, Marcel Reed. That's for later. So yeah, I have the Saints winning 4 games this year. I'm going to say 4-13. It's not the end of the world though. This year is big on player development. do you got something in Tyler Shugg? Do you have something in Spencer Rattler? My guess will be Rattler will be the day one starter based off what I'm seeing in camp. And I think this could be a potential like bounce back year for Chris Olave. Plays hopefully 14, 15 game. I mean, hopefully a full season, but 14, 15 games, racks up, about 1,000, 1,200 yards. Really excited to see him. I don't even want to say pop off, but like just stay healthy and prove that, he belongs in that top 10 wide receiver conversation, even though he's a good distance at the moment due to health.
You want to know how bad the Saints are?
I'm listening.
You go on Google and you search up Saints schedule. The third link is a minor league baseball team.
Yeah, it's brutal. That's brutal. Yeah, I'm still catching a Saints game this year though. So
fair enough. Yeah. I think this team wins 2 games. I think they're first overall pick. I think Archie Manning's coming home. Welcome to New Orleans, buddy.
You can't be mad at it. We can't be mad at it.
And honestly, this team's so bad, they're going to want to take an offensive lineman who's really good.
If they took a lineman, I think that would be 11 straight years of them taking an offensive or defensive lineman in the first round.
Yeah, and it's going to continue unless you know what? Nick Singleton, number 1 overall. Let's talk about it.
Hey, never gonna happen, dude. I'll say this. I mean, if we're giving an early draft hot take, Allen and Singleton are going to go higher than Hendrickson and Judkins.
Who's Hendrickson? Oh, Henderson.
Sorry. Trevion Henderson. Yeah. I'm thinking Hendrickson because he just ended his holdout. Sorry.
No, yeah, I saw that. I was
sorry.
Like, who's Hendrickson? I was like, who's Hendrickson?
My bad. Wrong guy playing in Ohio.
Well, Judkins is going to jail.
That's true. His buddy, his teammate Watson should follow him up.
Yo, whole offense going to jail. Kenny Pickett on the way.
Kenny Pickett going to jail. Why? Looks like Morgan Wallen. Tax fraud of Morgan Wallen.
Impersonation of a public servant.
Chris, what do you think? Any thoughts on the Saints? Looking forward to anything specifically about New Orleans?
Bro, I'm so weak. Before I say what I have to say, bro, I'm so weak at the fact that Guitar Junkins is going to jail. And then someone said, yep, and his teammate Watson should follow him. That's so hilarious.
You should follow him, and they should sell together.
In my eyes,
he said, turn yourself in.
Yeah. In my eyes, it's like, bro, they make like somebody making him walk right behind Quinshon Junkins to jail. Like, yeah, brother, what? It's your time too. And pick up, you know what? Pick up Justin Tucker on the way. Just pick him up.
Why not?
They can all ride the same car.
Make a suspicious case. And apparently Christian Wilkins might want to follow them up. But that's
no. Apparently, wait.
Him in Guantanamo Bay.
He's not going to jail. He's got a weird case. He's not.
No. I'm not saying he wants to go to jail because he did something bad. I'm saying he wants to go to jail for. Yeah.
At least Johnson.
He said we can do this the easy way. We can do this the hard way. The choice is yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep mine quick. Saints are a very bad football team. I see them winning 3 games tops. I just see enough talent. And even though the Panthers have gotten better, Falcons have gotten better, all the teams in the division I feel like have gotten at least marginally better than they have. And they weren't good last year. So I don't really see much of an update for them or upgrade for them. I think to your point, Tom, I'm just excited to see Chris Olave again. Hopefully he's healthy. I really enjoy him, watching him as a receiver. Chase Young is my Cam Reddish and Bobo, even though he did get paid. I'm never giving up on Chase Young. Never, ever. I don't care if he doesn't do anything else the rest of his life. So me seeing him get a 3-year deal, that was cool. So, yeah, I think it's just like outside of individual storylines, I can't really find much positive about the Saints team right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm as low as like 2 or 3 wins like you guys are, which they're very realistic. I don't want to call those bad takes, but I do want to say, like, along with the player development thing, like I was one of the few people I really, really liked their draft, though. I didn't really like Shugg in the second round, but like, you need to do something, at quarterback, even though there were better options on the board. I mean, Kelvin Banks Jr. in the first round, I thought given the history, it gets old. But that's a good pick, I think. I really did like Jonas Sanker out of Virginia. He was my sleeper before the draft. I think he's going to be huge now, especially with Tyrann Mathieu gone. He might have a bigger role from day one. Danny Stutzman has been stunting in training camp, picked off Rattler in the red zone. So excited for him. And then they also drafted one of my other sleepers, Devin Neal out of Kansas, the running back. Not sure how much time he really gets, but I guess you call it maybe it's like a soft spot in my heart for them. Definitely
Alvin
not too
Kamara,
much going on.
Welcome Alvin Kamara to the Dallas Cowboys. Mid-season trade coming soon.
Yeah, that whole running back room is just going to be a you like my heart. It's going to be.
Wait, don't you see it though? Kamara to the Cowboys. I already see it happening.
Yeah, because
third round pick.
Because Jerry Joe, if the Saints get a third round pick for Alvin Kamara, put the entire front office in the Hall of Fame.
Well, the Cowboys sent a third round pick for Jonathan Mingo last year, so there's worse things that have happened.
They did do that, and that's why. Actually, perfect transition, Danny. Thanks for the alley-oop. We'll go right to the Panthers, who their wide receiver room has kind of did an entire
180.
I guess you could say. I mean, they draft Tedero McMillan, get Jimmy Horn on day 3. We are messing with that.
He's the ultimate gadget guy. Fuck Deebo Samuel. Jimmy Horn better.
Okay. That's a take for sure. They get Scorin. They get Princely as edge, which they very much needed. Probably the worst pass rushing unit in football. They get Travis Etienne's little brother, Trevor Etienne. Not sure how much he'll really impact from day one, but as for their free agent signings, Rico Dowdle on a 1-year deal, even though he's not going to play too much with Chuba Hubbard playing as well as he did at the end of the year. Hunter Renfrow is a part of this wide receiver core now and looks sharp in practice. I guess you'll never guess what route he ran, but
wow. Who would have thought?
The whip route. Here comes Hunter Renfrow. Tommy Tremble got a 2-year deal. Thought he played, relatively solid last year, given what they were working with. Shored up some depth on the offensive line. Patrick Jones signed a 2-year deal. Tershawn Warren signed a 3-year deal. Bobby Brown III signed a 3-year deal. J.C. Horn signed his extension, which is good. When he's on the field, he's great. And then
top 5
Mo Rig got a 3-year deal. So they're really they really were like all not I don't want to say all in, but they were the focus this offseason with the Panthers was to get this defense leveled up. We can start with Chris on this one since he went last about the Saints. What are our thoughts on the Panthers? The over/under line is 6.5. Any certain expectations for Bryce Young? Any expectation for them as a team? Do you see them making the leap to compete for the division crown? What's going on this year?
I don't see them making like a crazy leap, but I do see them get into 7 wins. And that may be a crazy leap, all things considered, from last year. But I think if they can play like they did when Bryce Young turned it on, and feel like the whole team kind of came along with them, I think they can easily, but I think they get that 7-win mark, and that's kind of what I'm banking on. I like what I've seen out of Bryce Young in the second half of the year. Thought he looked really, really good. And he just needs some people to come along with him. And I think now they have a veteran in the wide receiver room. We have a couple guys who are a year experienced in. So I feel like if he does play like I think he will as far as picking up from where he left off last year, I think they get that 7-win mark. It's interesting to see how they climb. I feel like this is a wide open division for the most part. In the sense, I think the Falcons are the best team in the division. That's or the Bucs, depending on how you look at it. I would say the Falcons, but I'm probably wrong. Probably the Bucs. But outside of that, I think if one of those teams have a misstep, I can see Carolina being that second team. Just if they progress how they were looking like they would last year. So I'll give them the over on the line. I'm interested to see what they do for sure.
Yeah. The Carolina Panthers are a team that I'm stamping the over. They're my lock of the NFL to go over 6.5 wins. I think this team already was keeping games close with the Philadelphia Eagles last year. Was already just losing close games. But now you come in and make the team better. and Bryce Young already made the leap, in my opinion, to be a better quarterback. You get him a whole year with Canales. I think this team has potential to make the playoffs this year. I think this team could be better than the Bears, and people aren't going to talk about
it. That's a take for sure. I don't know if anyone's out here. Well, I guess people are comparing the Panthers and Bears because of the quarterback situation. I think the Bears certainly have the better roster. It's just a matter of execution, I would say.
They do. And I think a second year of Canales versus a first year of Ben Johnson. I love Ben Johnson. I think he's going to be great. But there might be growing pains as head coach. We've seen it happen multiple times. But this isn't to compare the Bears to the Panthers. I think this team has one receiver who, if he figures his hands out, will be fantastic. Two white dudes who will cook anyone somehow. Like one gave Cooper DeJean one of the hardest runs for his money this year.
You certainly are referring to Hunter Renfrow as the second one, right?
No. Adam Thielen.
Oh, well, Adam Thielen's. Yeah, that's the one. You said two of them.
Oh yeah, I'm saying one who, if he could figure his hands out. I'm saying Tet. I think Tet is the one of this team.
My mind went somewhere else. I thought you said two white receivers.
Oh, I said two white receivers in the slot who gonna make it work. Yeah.
Hunter Renfrow could probably get cut if we're being all.
He could, but
come on, dude. He hasn't played football in a year. We're not gassing Hunter Renfrow, but I get your point. No, he's not. He's been unemployed for a year. You are that like literally shows he's not at least an average NFL wide receiver.
He's definitely sub-average, but the Panthers, they got a spot for him. Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina.
There's three better than him, and Jimmy Horn's probably going to be more useful than him. We'll see. They'll probably make the roster. I don't know. What's your Bryce Young fun fact, though?
He's the best player to grace the planet Earth. Is that what it is?
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. So weeks 10 through 18, roughly the back half of the year, EPA per play. Now I know this isn't like, the holy grail or whatnot.
It should be. What do you mean? It's pretty important.
Yeah, it's pretty important until two is in the top 10. But and Bo Nix is at 5. So but over the back half of back half of the year, Bryce Young was 15th. That's about where some people might put him, the higher ends of where people will put him on the QB list. He's sitting around the same areas like a Jalen Hurts, a Sam Darnold, Kyler Murray, Jaden Daniels. So yeah, he was really solid. If you want to bring it down to just weeks 12 through 18, which will probably favor him a little bit more. Yeah, he gets into that top 10. He's at 8 for EPA plus completion percentage over expected. And like there are elite guys ahead of him, but I mean he's in good company though. Basically my point. Yeah, for me, I'm also gonna go. I'm gonna go over the 6.5. I think they'll get 7 or 8 wins. I don't know about playoffs. This is a tough division. It's a tough conference, which a lot of people don't seem to acknowledge. But I expect a big leap out of Bryce Young. I think probably going to be his best statistical season for sure. And that's what a lot of people, really want to see him put the numbers together. Because last year you could really see the intangibles start to come together. So once they mash, now we're talking a real quarterback. We're talking a real franchise quarterback. Tedero McMillan, I guess is just going to be a spoiler. I'm going to take him for offensive rookie of the year. And it's as cool as it would be for Travis Hunter to get both. I think the NFL will probably hold a little bit of, because if Travis is so good on defense, he probably won't get both. They'll just give it to someone else on offense. But I digress. I have Tedero McMillan winning offensive rookie of the year, so I think he's going to have a huge season. Xavier Legette, I was a believer last year. Hands are something that aren't an easy fix. There have been very few guys that have, had dropping issues and have lived to tell the tale.
Hey, Aguilar, star receiver like Aguilar.
Okay, so name 5 more that have had drop problems and have gotten to play a very long and successful career.
Devontae Adams.
Okay.
I can't name five more after that.
Exactly,
right off the top of my head.
because that's not something that's easy to fix. Plus, I think you can ask Chris. Those drop problems followed him a little bit.
Yeah. Yo,
they went away for a year.
Deshaun Jackson also had some decent drops.
Deshaun Jackson is like the best deep threat to ever grace our game. So,
yeah, he is.
Yeah. If he doesn't catch it, it was a bomb 50-50. If he does catch it, he's probably in the end zone. So, exactly. So,
I would give Deshaun Jackson the best ever if only one person never existed. Guess what?
Jacoby Jones.
Best deep Tyreek Hill.
The legendary Jacoby Jones. But what?
Tyreek Hill.
No, Randy Moss.
I don't think it's a horrible take. Randy Moss can win more ways downfield. It's not just straight about burning. You know, he can go up and get it over a couple guys. But did y'all know it's actually Jerry Rice, who is, I believe, tied with Deshaun Jackson for most 50-plus yard touchdowns?
Because he played for 95 years.
That's not exactly what happened.
It makes sense, low key.
It does.
Yeah, for someone who runs a 4.7, who ran a 4.75, was uncatchable on a football field. Couldn't explain it. Mississippi Valley State's finest. But yeah, that's all we got for the Panthers. Let's move on to the Falcons, Chris said
second team.
Yeah, Chris said he believes this team could win the division. Their line's at 7.5. I low-key think that's criminal.
Yeah, I think it's way too low.
So let me just go into some of their free agency stuff. In the draft, they got Jalen Walker, James Pierce Jr. in the first round, Xavier Watts in the third round, which is pretty good signing. And then as for their free agency, Jake Matthews signed a 2-year extension, which is always great. No like splash moves. Mike Hughes got a 3-year deal, which I think they very much needed. Kevin King re-signed. But yeah, nothing too crazy, I would say, defensively or offensively. As for, let's say, departures, I don't imagine. I mean, they lost Rondale Moore, who was pretty solid for them, if I'm not mistaken. Did you know Philip Dorsett played on that team last year?
What?
Yeah.
What?
He was one of their departures this year. I mean, maybe he got waived already. Like, maybe he wasn't on the team last year. But Matt Judon, obviously, they lost him.
Where'd he go?
Matt Judon, I have no idea. It just told me he dipped. I don't know off the top of my head. That might make me a casual. But let's go to Chris. Maybe. Let's see. So, Chris, their line's at 7.5. This year is probably going to be all Michael Penix. Another year with Drake London. Bijan really showed he's a top 5 back last year and could only get better. And then there's everyone's favorite fantasy darling, Kyle Pitts.
That's my boy.
Right, ready to make the leap. He's ready to do it.
Kyle Pitts, Chase Young, Bobo, Cam Reddish. Can never do no wrong. Those are my 4.
He really is Cam Reddish at this rate.
4. If he ever breaks out, he actually might be Travis Kelce and Tony Gonzalez put together. If he ever breaks out.
Remember I said last year, I said, look, Kelce retires, he's a Chief. Cinema.
Yeah, but if he does good this year, then the Falcons probably won't send him anywhere.
And I would hate if he's a Chief because I don't have to deal with that. I don't do
it. If he does no, he should have already. Yeah, he should have had his
second deal.
His 5th-year option picked up. I'm tripping.
This is his 5th-year option, I believe.
Yeah, so he already got that picked up. But yeah,
I give them 9 wins though, at the least. Not at least, but like I think they're going to get 9 wins or more. I think they're a really good team, honestly. Offensively, I think defense, they're just getting older. And I feel like they may not have made all of them. I like their draft. I thought their draft was really good, personally. But I think it's a 9-win team at the very least. I think Penix is going to be a lot better than he was. I'm not saying he was even bad, but I just think an actual year offseason of working with the people you're going to be with, the Bijans, Drake Londons, every single day is only going to build continuity and for them to be better. And I think they're in a crazy tough division, so I can see them winning the 9 games. If I had to pick, I'd pick them as my division winner just because I think they're on their way to do that. Obviously, the Bucs are staying their way, but Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this Falcons team. I really like I said, I really like the offense. Drake, Bijan, and Kyle Pitts is like what anybody would want, 27 and under for your wide receiver, tight end, running back combo as of right now, if they all were to reach their potential. And I think Penix is a guy who can get them all the ball when they need it.
Now here's a guy.
Here's a guy.
I think they'll get 9 wins, so I'm going over on that too.
It's crazy. The Raiders are like a competent young receiver from like absolutely smashing that trio. Just because the gap between Pitts and Bowers, and then I don't know if there's Ashton Jesse has to play first, but no, I may get too many hypotheticals. Danny, what are your thoughts on this Falcons team? You were a fan of Penix coming out, and this is going to be his first full year as a starter. What do we got in store?
Yeah, I think this team is over. I think they're not stamped for the playoffs, but I think they should make the playoffs.
I can do that too.
I think it's interesting. I'm not a fan of their defense. They lose a running mate for our friend Jesse Bates, one of the best safeties in the league. They lose his running mate. Give or take, they might have replaced it. They might not have replaced it really well. We'll see. Justin Simmons is very hard to replace. Their pass rush, can a rookie come in and be the spark you need is the question. Can Walker come in and hometown guy, kind of going to Georgia? Can he do that? We'll see. Genuinely think they could put up 28 points per game and go 8-9.
Yeah, this feels a lot like when we were heading into second year of Desmond Ridder. They're like, all right, full year with these weapons, what's he got for us? And Desmond Ridder showed why he was a group of 5 quarterback. But this obviously is a little bit different. Michael Penix, has a strong arm. I think he's a lot to work on the accuracy, and it's kind of all based on his footwork and where his hips are pointed when he's throwing. But I'm excited to see him in a full year with Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan. I really, as great as London and, Pitts can be, I really want to see them really go into this run first. Like Bijan's young. Give him 1 million carries. Some of the most successful teams in the NFL last year is because they had that true 1A running back, which was, Gibbs split the load, but Gibbs was clearly better. Derrick Henry and Saquon got 1 million carries. And they also, to their benefit, they also had a mobile quarterback. But I digress. This year is all about the development of Michael Penix, but that should not sacrifice winning. I got them over 7.5 games. I think a real good line, this shouldn't be their line, but for my expectations of them, 9 or 10 wins will probably make or break whether they make playoffs. As like a 7 seed, I don't think they'll win the division. I think the Bucs are, and maybe you might not think about them this way just because their quarterback isn't one of the elites. Baker's good, but he's not one of the elites. But I think the Bucs are NFC elites. But with the Falcons, if they hit that, what I think could be the higher end of their potential, the higher end of their ceiling, my mind might be where Chris's is. It just comes a lot down to, where I stand with Penix, how he's going to perform. So that leaves us with the final team we're going to talk about. Relatively short episode, but we're going to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who extended Chris Godwin. Don't really know if he's going to play, but other guys, they signed Anthony Nelson to a 2-year deal. Nothing crazy. They signed Hassan Reddick, who didn't really play last year. Levante David got another 1-year deal. And then in the draft, they got Emeka Egbuka, that shocked everybody. But
not me. Yo, it did not shock me. Remember we were watching the draft, and I said, "Yo, they might take Emeka Egbuka here." And you were like, "No way!" You were like, "There's no way they took him. They ever glued it." I'm like, "I just feel it. I feel it in my bones."
That's because Danny checks his phone during the draft, so he sounds smart.
I know that's not even.
They got Benjamin Morrison in the second round. I really like that pick. Tez Johnson in the 7th. Don't hurt. Why not?
Yo,
you know,
7th round pick for a flyer, and they got Demon 700-pound D tackle.
Yeah, who hasn't practiced yet because he's been running laps for hours.
They said big man. They said big man. You lost 25 pounds in 3 months. They said you gotta go.
Triple it.
Yeah, he's got a lot of weight to lose. See, now the elites like Jordan Davis come in with that weight already lost.
He's a rookie. I can't really fault the guy.
I don't care. Someone talked to him on draft night. Look, we're gonna draft you, but I don't know what they got you eating down there. But it's got to stop.
On that Debo Samuel's weight plan. Unfortunately,
we're gonna send you to North Dakota. There's no food out there. All you're going to eat is corn for months. So, but yeah, the Saints, or not the Saints, definitely not the Saints. The Buccaneers, you know, they lost in the wild card to a thrilling, dashing Cinderella story by the Commanders. But they had a really solid year. Baker Mayfield had by far the best year of his career. Now going into this last year, he got his deal redone. So basically all his money's guaranteed. He's going into a contract year. If he balls out, you got your quarterback. Now it's time to build around it. And Egbuka could be, I mean, look, Mike Evans, we have this idea of Mike Evans in our head because he stacks all these 1,000-yard seasons. That dude probably, like we can just be real. Like, Mike Evans probably isn't a top 15, top 20 receiver at this point. The league is just so stacked. Egbuka, I think, could day one come in. I by the end of the season, we'll be talking about him as wide receiver one.
I said day one. I knew he would come in and start. Does that count as something? But it's only
he'll probably be wide receiver two just because Godwin's hurt.
Yeah.
Godwin's hurt. I mean, he was going to be wide receiver 3 anyway, I think.
You think Evans cracked the top 15 still, though? I don't think he's like solidified, but I think it's maybe possible.
Yeah, all right, if we just real quickly, we just want to run down like 15 guys, no order: Jefferson, Chase, Brown, Lamb, Nakua, Nico Collins,
Neighbors,
Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors,
Amon-Ra
St. Brown,
AJ Brown,
Garrett Wilson.
I got AJ, Garrett Wilson,
Devontae
Smith, T. Higgins,
Drake
London.
You think Drake got Mike Evans right now? And
Drake London is so nice, bro.
But I love Drake. I was just asking. Drake's my guy.
Yeah. Drake.
Question.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Drake's better than some of the dudes we already named, but that could be fandom talking. That could be fandom talking. I could just be talking.
No. He head topped Darius Slay for game. It's all right.
He did. He really did. He had me so tight that night. I said, "Yo." But the leap is here. He's made the leap.
I was there. I was at that game. That was wildest game ever.
And after all that,
Bijan.
Jalen, question mark is interesting. Waddle and Olave, they better than Evans?
Waddle, no.
Olave, I'll say.
Yeah,
Olave. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. Mine is in a different place. Different Ohio State players better. JSN's better. Olave, he's just not healthy enough for me.
What about DK?
I don't think Waddle's better than Mike Evans.
DK is interesting.
I would say DK, yeah. I'll
take DK. I'll take DK.
Hey, Zay Flowers soon.
Mike Evans, until Zay figures out how to run straight after he catches the ball. I'm tired of this side-to-side football shuffle nonsense. Go straight.
Fair enough.
I don't know, man. Mike Evans, he'll give you like a couple games every year to let you know I'm still him. I'm still that guy. I'm still the best ever at Texas A&M besides Miles.
Drop in the chat if Mike Evans is top 15 receiver. Need to see it.
I don't think top 15, but
I think it's borderline. It's close.
I don't know. It's Mike Evans. Like I'm not gonna go to war over it. Like if you think he is, sure. If he's not, then he's not. He's going to Hall of Fame.
Yo, is Terry better than?
Terry McLaurin's better than him for sure. Yeah.
Terry might be
Terry, all these years later, is still underrated because he always slips my mind during these conversations.
Yep. He's not top 10 though.
He's like 12, maybe.
Yeah, I know.
There's like a million top 10 receiver. Like there's the top 4 that is stamped, I believe. With
did we
the
even
LSU
mention Brian
boys.
Thomas Jr. or
Yeah,
We did.
Neighbors?
We did.
Yeah.
Because he said Neighbors, I said Brian Thomas Jr. They're just together.
Yeah,
just
literally.
like Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson,
Yeah.
together.
They're literally
Lamb and Brown, together. Nakua, Collins, Amon-Ra, together.
Judy and Ruggs, together. Oh.
Well, not yet. Ruggs
Bro, Ruggs is with Judkins, so.
And Deshaun Watson.
Soon.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think about this Buccaneers team this year?
I think this Buccaneers team could have the best record in the NFC. I'm going to be completely honest.
I'm going to star that as not like a hot take, but like something to note.
I think this team could win 13 games. Overall, to me, one of the most complete rosters from head to toe. Fantastic coaching staff. Baker Mayfield has turned it around. Genuinely think this team has shown that they can beat the best of the best. They went in and beat the Lions last year. They beat the Eagles. They showed that they might have had a slip up against the Commanders in the play. Okay, granted, they beat the Eagles the last like 3 years.
Throw it what's his name?
They beat the brakes off the Eagles though, dude.
They won by 17 points against
the
a team that didn't have Devontae.
The game was over early.
No, it was not. Jalen Hurts was operating a drive to put it within like a touchdown.
It felt bad.
You didn't watch because you don't watch.
I did
football.
watch.
No, you didn't because the Eagles clearly got themselves back in that game. They paired a couple different stops together. Saquon had that big run. It just it was 30. It was 30-16. Eagles are driving. They're in plus territory. Jalen Hurts just takes a stupid sack and
Levante David sack. Yeah, you're right. But nonetheless, I genuinely think this team can win 13 games. I think they ran to the Commanders in the playoffs, and who knows? That team could have came into Philly and beat them. I don't think they do in the playoffs, to be honest.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Save it for English class.
Don't think they do, to be completely honest with you. But I'm really, really excited to see. I think they have 4 receivers who could really change the game. Granted, I'm hearing really rough things about one of my favorite Penn State receivers, and Chris Coulter. Apparently, his ankle is Swiss cheese.
Yeah, wouldn't put it past it.
So, but their defensive line, scary unit as it has been for a while now. Their secondary and linebackers have always been a threat. Something about Bowles, man. I think Bowles just has his team on a string and keeps their. I think he needs starting to be talked about as one of the better coaches in the NFL.
I mean, I would agree. He should be. Here are the only games on the schedule where I'm genuinely shaking in my boots for them. Eagles, Lions, and shaking in my boots doesn't mean they automatically lose. I'm just saying I'm probably not picking them. Eagles, Lions, Bills, Rams, low-key. Rams are home. That's why. And that's like genuinely it. I mean, of course, you get the Panthers twice. You get the Saints twice. Dolphins late in the season. You get the Cardinals, who a little higher on, but not that high. The Patriots, who again high on, not that high. Niners, who I think they're just better than. Seahawks, Jets. So yeah, they got an easy schedule to put it, lightly.
Let's talk about Baker Mayfield too. 41 passing touchdowns to 16 interceptions last year. Best year of his career.
By far, not even close. And a lot of this was still like, stuff that plays to his strength. Play action. Even in the pure drop back, though, I mean, this is just the best he's ever looked. So shout out to Baker.
Completing passes, stiff-arming Mr. Bosa to throw it through. And I love Bucky Irving and Rashad White. I think they're one of the best tandem running backs in the NFL, probably behind maybe Gibbs and
Montgomery,
Monty, and then Bijan and Algiers think is a really close second.
Yeah, they're really good too.
But beyond that, I think that this Bucs team, with a sound O-line, with a really good run game, with great coaching, really stout defense, I think Baker Mayfield could take him to the Super Bowl.
I don't think that's a crazy take. This is just like a side note. We should throw away the term running back duo and we should replace it with running duo. Because no one here is gonna, if we're talking running duo, Lamar and Derrick Henry lap the field so crazy.
Hey, Hurts and Saquon second, right?
Look, Saquon does a big carry of that these days. But the thing about Henry and Lamar is Lamar's the better runner. So that's why it's crazy.
But one puts up 2K and one puts up like 600, 700.
Well, here's the problem. Derrick Henry put up 1,700 yards, and Lamar averages like 9 yards a carry.
Oh, so you're saying his yards are empty? Lamar's yards mattered.
And he forgot Keaton Mitchell. He forgot Keaton Mitchell and Derrick
I don't
Henry
forget Keaton Mitchell, bro.
As the premier running back duo. That's what he forgot.
Keaton Mitchell put up just as much work as Kenneth Gainwell.
Well, that's because Kenneth Gainwell actually was healthy though. That's different.
Kenneth Gainwell was so bad. Like he low key wasn't even bad. It's just like when he would be on the field, I'm just like, yeah, bro, they're bad to just like send three and just guard the pass crazy because bro, they're just not scared of him.
So he's not a Justice Hill variant?
A Justice Hill variant. What does this even look like?
It looks
I'm trying to start saying, what's a Rico Dowdle variant looking like these days? What's
is Gainwell the Justice Hill of Tyler Algiers?
We need more Mike Tolbert variants.
Or
Need some
Mike
big
Allstott.
big fellas who aren't scared to tell their coaches, no, I'm a running back.
Bring the fullbacks back. Where's Mike Allstott?
You have one. You got a fullback.
You got a fullback. But he's built like a center.
But we have a fullback, and then we have a running back that it could be a fullback, and then we have a fullback that's a center.
My favorite thing the Eagles used to do, they used to use their backup running back as a fullback. But that was back when like we had Jordan Howard as our backup running back, and he was like a real big guy. We don't got that these days. I don't know if Will Shipley's putting down the shoulder for Saquon. But we have plenty of tight ends for that, so I digress. But that is pretty much everything we have for this episode. Wait. We didn't Chris, just what was your over or under on the Bucks? Their line is 9.5.
Oh, I'll take the over. I think they'll win about 11 games. That's what I think.
Gotcha. All right. Then, all right. Now, that was everything we talked about. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Audio listeners, leave a like, 5-star review, download the episode, all that good stuff. For AP New Freezer, Culture by Migos, DC Comics. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next week.